Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to all of our students in today's class. Children, you know we are in maxima minima. Maxima minima is one of the major topic you know. Today we shall solve some more problems from maxima minima. See the first question. Show that the semi-vertical angle of a cone of maximum volume of given slant height is cos inverse 1 by root 3. Means we have to find the semi-vertical angle of cone. Understand with the figure. This is cone and this one is called semi-vertical angle. For few moments, suppose semi-vertical angle is alpha. And what is given? Slant height. So slant height is given. Suppose slant height is L. AC, that is called radius of the base. It is very clear in figure now. This is given. So consider semi-vertical angle of cone is alpha and slant height is L. If h is the height of cone, and r is the radius of the base, then value of h in terms of alpha, this will be right angle triangle, this is L. So h should be L cos alpha, that is vertical component, and similarly r is L sin alpha. As you know, angle is considered always between base and hypotenuse. Thus the volume of cone, which is 1 by 3 pi r square h, r is considered, that is radius of base, is L sin alpha, so it should be pi r square, means L square sin square alpha into L cos alpha, which is height. Simplify this, then V should equal to 1 by 3 pi L cube sin square alpha into cos alpha. Now differentiate it with respect to alpha. Then dV by d alpha should be, as 1 by 3 pi LQ is constant, so apply U into V method, U into differentiation of V, that is minus sin alpha. So minus sin alpha into sin square alpha should be minus sin cube alpha, and V into differentiation of U, that is 2 sin alpha, and differentiation of sin alpha is cos alpha, into cos alpha it is 2 sin alpha into cos square alpha. If you want, you differentiate it again here, then d2v by d alpha square, this one be constant, 3 sin square alpha into differentiation of sin alpha is cos alpha, so it is minus 3 sin square alpha into cos alpha plus 2 within bracket, differentiate this one, sin alpha into differentiation of cos square alpha, that is 2 cos alpha into sin alpha, so finally minus sin square alpha into 2 cos alpha plus cos square alpha into differentiation of sin alpha, that is cos cube alpha. Now simplify this one. So d2v by d alpha square is 1 by 3 pi L cube, open this bracket, minus 2 into 2, 4 sin square alpha into cos alpha becomes minus 7 sin square alpha into cos alpha plus 2 cos cube alpha. Cos cube alpha should taken as common, then d2v upon d alpha square is 1 by 3 pi L cube, cos cube alpha is common. So here cos square alpha should come in denominator, and sin square alpha upon cos square alpha is tan square alpha, and this becomes only plus 2. So 2 minus 7 tan square alpha. Consider it as equation 2. Now when dv by d alpha is 0, for maximum or minimum always put dv by d alpha equal to 0. You have calculated the value of dv by d alpha, which should be 1 by 3 pi l cube minus sin cube alpha plus 2 sin alpha into cos square alpha. This will be 0. Simplify this one and calculate the value of alpha. First of all, 1 by 3 pi l cube, which is constant. So in right side it becomes 0. Now in between two terms, take sin alpha as a common. So sin alpha becomes common. How much left? Write down first positive one. 2 cos square alpha minus sin square alpha. So the product of two terms is 0. Means either sin alpha is 0 or 2 cos square alpha minus sin square alpha is equal to 0. If sin alpha is 0, it means alpha is equal to 0. But alpha is equal to 0 is not possible. Means if semi-vertical angle becomes 0, means vertical angles becomes 0, it means the cone does not exist. Right? The cone does not exist. Now simplify this one. First make sin square alpha into right side. So we have 2 cos square alpha equal to sin square alpha, and 2 is equals to sin square alpha upon cos square alpha. Sin square alpha upon cos square alpha, that is tan square alpha. So tan square alpha is equal to 2. It means tan alpha is equal to root 2, and hence alpha is equals to tan inverse root 2. Simplify more. Tan square alpha is equal to 2. You know sec square alpha minus tan square alpha is equals to 1. Sec square alpha minus tan square alpha is equal to 1. You already know it. So sec square alpha, you have got tan square alpha is equal to 2. So sec square alpha minus 2 is equals to 1. Hence sec square alpha is equal to 3. Take their reciprocal. Then cos square alpha, which is reciprocal of cos square sec square alpha, is equal to 1 by 3, and hence cos alpha is 1 by root 3, or finally alpha is equal to cos inverse 1 by root 3. So from alpha is equal to tan inverse root 2, you will get alpha is equals to cos inverse 1 by root 3. Use this value in d2v by d alpha square. So d2v by d alpha square at alpha is equal to tan inverse root 2. So put this value in equation 2. It should be 1 by 3 pi l cube into cos cube alpha, means 1 by root 3 cube, into 2 minus 7 tan square alpha. 7 into 2, that is 14. 2 minus 14 is minus 12. Minus 12 is less than 0. So we will get maximum volume. Thus we write volume is maximum when alpha is equal to cos inverse 1 by 3, which is required to prove. So children, in this way we will get the result. Now I think this problem is very well understand by you. So we proceed for next problem. Children, your next problem is prove that the volume of largest cone, largest means maximum cone, that can be inscribed in a sphere is 8/27 of the volume of sphere. It means sphere is given. Sphere is given means radius of sphere becomes constant. So consider, first see the figure. Suppose this is a sphere and a cone is inscribed in it. O be considered as center of the sphere. Suppose this is OC is radius and A is the radius of sphere. Now let R, that is radius of sphere is A, AD will give height of cone. So AD, that is height of cone, is H, and DC, that is radius of base of cone, is R. So volume of cone you know 1/3 pi r square H. Now from the figure OD calculate the value of OD. OD should be written as AD minus OA or AO. Obviously OC is radius, OA is also radius, so if it is A then this value is also A. So OD is equals to AD minus OA, that is H minus A. Apply Pythagoras theorem. See, ODC will be a right angle triangle. So in right angle triangle Pythagoras theorem is applicable. So according to Pythagoras theorem, this is hypotenuse and base. So DC square or CD square should equal to hypotenuse square minus altitude square. Hence CD square is equals to OC square minus OD square. OC, that is radius of sphere, A square minus H minus A whole square. Expand according to formula of whole square. So A square minus H square plus A square minus 2AH. Open the bracket now. While opening the bracket, H square and A square becomes negative and 2AH becomes positive. So it should be written as CD square is equal to A square, write down first positive, plus 2AH minus H square minus A square. Now A square and A square should cancel. So only we have left 2AH minus H square, that is CD square, and CD is radius of the base. So R square is equal to 2AH minus H square. Children, we convert one of the variable, that is R square, in terms of H. So it is very easy now to differentiate with respect to H. Now see, volume of the cone becomes 1/3 pi r square. R square means 2AH minus H square, 2AH minus H square into H. Open this bracket now. So 1/3 pi 2AH square minus H cube. This is volume of the cone in terms of H and radius of sphere A. Now differentiate with respect to h. So dv by dh is equal to 1 by 3 pi. This is 2 into 2 4ah minus 3h square. Differentiate again with respect to h. So d2v by dh square, 1 by 3 is again 1 by 3 into pi is again a constant. Here differentiation of h is 1, so it becomes 4a, and h square is 2h into 3, that is 6h. So further we know for maximum or minimum value dv by dh should equal to 0. So dv by dh should equal to 0. It means 1 by 3 we have obtained the value of dv by dh, that is 1 by 3 pi 4ah minus 3h square. Put this value here, 1 by 3 pi 4ah minus 3h square equal to 0. Simplify this equation and calculate the value of h. First, 1 by 3 pi is constant, so transfer it into right side. So in right side we have 4ah minus 3h square is equals to 0 into 3 upon pi, which is again 0. Now take h as a common, so h into 4a minus 3h equal to 0. Here product of two terms is 0, means either h is equal to 0 or 4a minus 3h equal to 0. 4a minus 3h equal to 0 means h is equal to 4a upon 3 pi. H, one value you have got, h is equal to 0. H means height of cone. Height of cone does not 0, never be 0, because if height becomes 0 then cone does not exist. So the only possible value is h is equal to 4a by 3, that is only possible value of height of cone. So h is equal to 4a by 3. You have find or you have calculated r square is equal to 2ah minus h square. So put down the value of h here. 4a by 3 2a means 8a square by 3 minus h square, that is 16a square by 9. Take LCM here. This LCM should be 9. 24a square minus 16a square, which is 8a square by 9, that is value of r square, 8a square by 9. Thus you have got value of h as well as value of r square. Now put the value of h in d2v by dh square. So d2v by dh square at h is equals to 4a by 3 is 1 by 3 pi 4a minus 24 by 3a. So 24 by 3 means 8. So 1 by 3 pi into 4a minus 8a, that is minus 4a. Minus 4a means it will be negative. Negative means it is less than 0. So we will get here maximum value. Thus we may say that volume is maximum at h is equal to 4a by 3 and r square is equal to 8a square by 9. So volume will be volume of cone, that is 1 by 3 pi r square h, you already know, 1 by 3 pi r square h, r square you have obtained 8a square by 9, so 8a square by 9 into h, that is 4a by 3. Simplify this one. First 4 by 3 a cube into pi taken in one bracket. How much left? 8 and 3 into 9, that is 27. 8 into 27. Since our sphere have radius a, so 4 by 3 pi a cube is volume of sphere. So we may write it 8 by 7 into volume of sphere. This is to be proved. So in this way we proved problems from mensuration of maxima and minima. Thank you. Your next question is, so that the surface area of a closed cuboid with a square base and given volume is minimum when it is a cube. So first of all, suppose V is the volume, x side of a square base and h is equal to height of cube. Since you know volume is equals to length into breadth into height, so length into breadth, that is base square, base is square, so x into h, that is x square h, and here h is equal to v upon x square. Also surface area is 2 into length into breadth, breadth into height plus height into length. So put their values and surface area will be 2x square plus x into h plus x into h according to formula. X into h becomes 2x into h and open the bracket. So s will be 2x square plus 4v by x after putting the value of h here, v upon x square. Now differentiate with respect to x. Dx by dx will be 4x and differentiation of 1 by x is minus 1 by x square, so minus 4v by x square. Differentiate again, so d2s by dx square, that is becomes 1, so 4 minus 2 by x cube will be differentiation, so 4 plus 8v by x cube. Hence for maximum or minimum, you know ds by dx will be 0. Put ds by dx 0 means 4x minus 4v upon x square is equal to 0. Simplify this one. First cancel 4 4, this 2 cancels. Take LCM, x cube minus v is again 0, means v is equal to x cube. You have put v, x square into h is equal to x cube, hence h is equal to x. Further, d2v by dx square at x cube is equal to v means 4 plus 8v upon v, that is greater than 0, which will give minimum value. Therefore surface area is minimum when x cube is equal to v, and hence we have already obtained h is equal to x. H is equal to x means side of a square base, that is length and breadth is also x, height is x, so the figure must be cube. This is your result. So in this way children, we will solve the problems of maxima and minima, I think you will understand all the problems of maxima and minima. You have to just do it stepwise. You will definitely solve the problems. Thank you. Today is